Welcome to the Backstage at the Marketing Leadership Summit at South by Southwest. We're with Brand Innovators in Austin, Texas, and I'm here with Liz Armistead from Dropbox. She's the head of brand marketing and creative campaigns, and we're going to talk to each other about Dropbox and the creative campaigns that she oversees. Liz, I'm so excited to be here. Such a cool city. Thank you for hosting us. I know you live in Austin. In fact, you've had quite a journey at Dropbox. This is not your first time with the company. No. You went away and came back, and I'm really curious to hear about what brought you back and what you found when you came back at Dropbox.
Yes. Well, I actually joined Dropbox back in 2013, so a very long time ago. I joined via acquisition. So at the time I joined Dropbox was about 250 people, so very small. I was part of a very small startup called Mailbox. So we were acquired about 5 weeks after we launched, so sort of a wild time. And I joined Dropbox and was able to grow with the company over about 8.5 years, and it was really an amazing time. Helped build the marketing team, build the first brand team, got to be a part of our first events, our first, sponsorships, our first everything really. It's really amazing to grow the company in that way. But I think like a lot of people, when you're with a company for that long, you're sort of become curious if you're capable of doing other things. And so I left and had a couple of brand roles at some other companies, leading those functions, one at a digital security company, one at a blockchain company. But after doing that, I actually got a demo of our new AI tools at Dropbox, and that really kind of exploded my brain, and I realized just how much potential the company had at this stage. So I was really curious about coming back. And at that time, I felt like I had gained all these new skills in these other roles that I really felt like I had something new to offer. And so I wanted to come back and come work with my friends again.
So tell us what had changed. What did you find that surprised you that you weren't expecting? You said you already saw the AI tools that Dropbox was building, but there must have been other things that surprised you when you came back.
Honestly, so much. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about Dropbox. People think that it's just a storage company, and that's absolutely not the case. It's a creative collaboration suite of tools. And so a lot had been built while I was gone. So when I came back, I actually had to learn a lot. I had to go through onboarding and learn about all the new tools. I mean, we have video editing tools and e-signature tools. And like I said, AI tools. We acquired Reclaim.ai, which helps people reclaim their work days. So there was just a lot for me to learn. That was really surprising, exciting, great, but maybe hard for everybody there to understand. When you see a boomerang who's been there for 8.5 years, they sort of assume that I already know everything. That wasn't the case.
You missed a big part.
Yeah, I missed a lot of time, so I had a lot to learn. So that was surprising.
Well, what you probably didn't miss is the fact that Dropbox is already this quiet collaborator with musicians and artists and filmmakers and writers. I think it's really difficult to just relay that creativity and collaboration presence out to the marketplace. How do you do that authentically? Like when you're this quiet partner to creators themselves, how do you raise the creators' visibility while you're also raising Dropbox's visibility?
Yeah, it's actually not that hard. We've been part of the creative process with this people for such a long time. The way we do it is actually just by showcasing their work. Dropbox is sort of an invisible tool in a lot of ways. And so the way we like to market is actually by promoting the work of the output of our tools. And so we'll go out and actually just work with creatives, people who are in music, film, fashion, art. We'll fund some of their projects. We'll go say, here, what is something you've always wanted to put out in the world? Something that you really want to work on, that you're excited about, somebody you've always wanted to work with. How can we help you get that out into the world in exchange for telling a story about how you've done that in Dropbox? And that really just, everybody wins in that situation. They get to do something they've always wanted to do, get that funded. We get a story that tells the world how our products work, and the community gets some information about how they can also make something. So so it's really like a 1 + 1 = 3 situation. So
can you give us an example? I know you have so many.
There's a lot. Yeah, we've done projects with Solange, with Bob Moses, with Alex Prager, who has actually a film opening this weekend that we're supporting her in. Many more. We have lots more coming, but this Dropbox Studio is the name of our program. We launch stuff on social all the time, so it's been a lot of fun.
Dropbox has been rolling out AI features for a while now, beyond just cloud storage. How do you think about the role of AI in the creative process? And can you give us a few examples?
Yeah. I really wish more AI functionality was going in the direction that we're really taking it. So many AI tools are in the generative AI space, and what we're doing is really more thinking about AI applied in the context of your work. So context-aware AI is taking AI functionality in thinking about it in terms of your work. So asking questions of your work, asking questions of the things that are in your Dropbox or in your email or in your Slack, being able to search across all of your apps, for example. So our AI tools, you can literally search the way you think. If you say, I don't remember what I called that thing, but I want to be able to search across my Slack, across my Zoom chat, across my Dropbox, across my email. You can literally search across all of those things. You can have conversations with your content. So it's so much more powerful than some of the generative AI tools I think people are used to.
It sounds like it really speeds up the process of getting organized and managing workflows.
Speeds up the process, but I think it gives people the ability to be more creative, because you can pull on your own ideas and your own content. So if you're a creative person that maybe had some inspiration or an idea from 10 years ago that you forgot about, being able to unearth those ideas, those are your ideas, your thinking. It's and again, a closed system. So these are not things that you're putting out into the world for other people to use. They're still safe, they're still yours, but being able to have that context-aware AI is so powerful, and it's not something that I think people are used to using right now in the world these days.
Yeah, I mean, a huge part of the creative process is that safe ideation space that you have as a creator. What's interesting is we're seeing now a lot of cross device and cross industry collaboration between brands and musicians and artists and filmmakers and scripted television. I know that Dropbox has a big role in cross-device collaboration. Can you tell us a little bit more about where you see the shift going and how you think Dropbox is going to be a part of it?
Yeah, we've been a part of that for some time. I think as a creative collaboration tool, we've been powering these crossovers for ages. We did a partnership with A24. Gosh, that was in 2018, where we were pairing musicians and filmmakers to make music films. We did one with Troye Sivan around his Lucky Strike music video. We did the Solange project that I mentioned, and that was with the Getty Museum and Gerard and Kelly doing sort of performative art pieces. And that was at a time where people really only saw her as a musician, but she really wanted to be known as a producer and a choreographer. And I think that was she was a trailblazer at the time. And now everybody wants to be a crossover artist and wants to be known as something other than what they are. And I think that that's the way that culture is moving, and our tools are really helping to pave the way. We've been doing that for a long time, and those tools are just getting more powerful, and those tools are just adding more innovation and sort of adding more power to be able to allow people to explore new territory and sort of dive into new areas and be more than one thing.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you most excited about? That's my last question for you. What are you most excited about when it comes to Dropbox and what's going on, what you're launching in the next couple of weeks, months, years?
I think the tools that we have we live in them every day. So the way it's changed my workflow and the way I experience my day-to-day is really powerful, and I'm excited for other people to experience that, because I think, we've all had those days where you get in flow. I mean, the term is a little bit cheesy, but when you feel just like you're doing your best work and you're really energized and you're like, God, I'm really good at this and this feels great. And it sounds so corny, but work can be kind of joyful, and you're not doing all that garbage of I can't find the thing, or I have to do that annoying piece of work that I want to do. And I think AI is the thing that can unlock us doing more of that like good, joyful, great work that gets us really jazzed and less of the annoying stuff. And if we can be part of that revolution that helps people feel like joy and excitement and that energy and like creating more, like more creating, less crap, like that's awesome. And I would love us to be part of that revolution. And I think we can, from what I'm experiencing my day to day, like I know that we can, and I'm just excited for other people to be part of that.
I love that. We're ending with joy revolution. Thank you so much for being with us today. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Me too. Thanks.